This is the Chuck Benson Show, coming to you from Gondolier in Jefferson City, Tennessee. I'm Adam Cavalier, alongside Carson-Newman head men's hoops coach Chuck Benson and the most accomplished one-year-old point guard you'd ever possibly see. That's Jake Benson. You'll have to check us out on YouTube after the fact to see Jake demonstrating his dribbling abilities with a straw. I didn't know that you could dribble with a straw, but Jake makes it possible. Family affair here on the Chuck Benson Show tonight.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see how well you do an interview while trying to keep
this is going to be challenging.
Potential choking hazard out of your child's mouth. Coker Cobras.
Yes.
That's the opponent after Brevard on Wednesday. Again, a scary team.
Oh, yeah.
In the South Atlantic Conference, the Cobras own a victory over you from earlier in the season, a 68-59 loss in Hartsville, South Carolina.
Yep.
What needs to change from the first matchup to the next to help your Eagles pick up a victory?
Well, you know, we played down there, their home opener, and obviously it was their their first game in the South Atlantic Conference, and so that was they were extra juiced. We got ambushed down there. We walked into a tough situation, and really credit goes to Coker. They took it to us. So, you know, this time around, I'm hoping that our guys have a good feel for what to expect. I mean, we had never played them. We had seen them on tape, but obviously we didn't really know what to expect. And you know, they're a veteran club that has good inside, good outside. They defend well. They play with a lot of passion and energy. And they've got some quality wins, man. You know, they just went on the road this weekend and beat an Anderson team that's especially hard to beat in South Carolina. So, you know, I know we'll learn from it. And then I think when we get to Saturday, obviously we're going to really invest everything in Brevard. But come Thursday, we'll really start focusing in on Coker, and I think our guys will be extra motivated considering the fact we did get beat down there. And I think we will come out Saturday with a good, solid plan. You know, nothing will really change for us. I mean, we will do it as we do both sides of the ball, but I think just the knowledge of playing them gives us a plus. Like the Mars Hill.
Yeah. We
played them early, much closer game than we would have liked. Played the second time, and really we're much better prepared.
Definition of a 500 team, have not lost back-to-back, haven't won back-to-back.
Yeah.
They've won one, lost one, won one, lost one. They're due for a loss and then due for a win.
Yeah.
If you want to break it down as they've gone this season. Felder stands out. After the first meeting, have your opinions changed on him and Julian Nelson? No.
I mean, those guys are just very deliberate and consistent. Again, I think more than anything, one thing that we've got is with the way we play, it really helps us to know sort of what the head coach philosophically is about, what historically they do against a team that plays like we do. And so I just really think that knowledge and that experience we had down at Coker will be a big difference. Jake's trying to –
Jake wants to turn you down and take the mic himself. I mean, your answer was fine, but let's give the 17 months. Is he 16 or 17 months? You told me earlier.
He's 16. He's 16.
Let's give him some credit. He knows a good answer when he hears one, and he liked your first two. That one.
Very, very generic, very bland. Nothing, just straight vanilla.
Let's not to make you revisit a loss again, but the magic number 3-point shooting. Make 7 threes in a game, you're usually going to win. You hit 4 in that one. Anything that they did defensively that threw you off kilter?
Well, that was also one of those games where we didn't shoot the ball well. We'd never been in that arena, and that place. It's a very small, very tight, 1,000-year-old gymnasium that just has seen its fair share of wins for Coker, and we went in there. You know, we go in the day before and. Spend the night, get up, have a good shoot around, and when it came game time, we just couldn't make shots. We couldn't make them, and you know, I'm hoping that this time around we'll get some of the good looks we had there and make them this time. But because we just missed, we had some good looks and missed them. That's all you can say, and that'll get you.
How much of a difference has there been, home versus away this year, and what you've noticed in terms of focus, overall ability, just how because you have one loss at home this year, and the rest of them, all three of them, have come on the road.
I think our percentages have been good on the road, if you look at them. You know, we had a guest speaker that came and saw us earlier this year, a guy that I really respect and who's both played and coached college athletics, and you know, he sort of made the comment, you know, you guys will go as far as Ish Sanders and Antoine Davis are going to carry you, and I think on the outside looking in, that would be the natural tendency, you know, to think that, and yet we've got to be broader than that. We've got to have more versatility and more variety because it's too heavy of a weight, too heavy of a burden for just two guys to carry. You consider the parity and actually the level of play that we face night in, night out. So I think I told you this after our last game. I went back to the drawing board and acknowledged my fault in putting too much pressure on those guys. And even though that's sort of been the general consensus that they've got to carry it, and I thought, especially in the Wingate and Mars Hill game, we had multiple guys carrying the load. And so, you know, I think we are still probably growing in that variety and in that ability for multiple guys to step up, and so yeah, I mean, making 7 threes is that a key? Yeah, but I'm hoping that we can have multiple guys help get to that total rather than thinking that Ish and Antoine have got to do that themselves.
Is it fair, and this is just playing devil's advocate, is it fair to put that expectation on player X for them to score, let's say they need 3 above their average night in, night out? Is that a fair expectation? Not saying that that's specifically what you're doing. Is it fair to put that expectation on a player to ask 3 more points on average a game from them a night?
We don't look at it like that. We don't talk about it like that. We're constantly talking about, a few things. One, we want to try to get quality shots. You know, we want to be wise enough to pass up on tough shots, and patient enough to look for really good shots. You know, now, you know, I learned long ago that the more you talk about making shots, all you do is tighten guys up. We don't talk about making shots as much as we talk about getting good shots. And obviously, the closer you get to the rim with a shot, the better. So some of the things we're doing now offensively the second half of the year put greater pressure on the rim. You know, it gets us action at the rim, and then you're hoping that at the college level, most of the players can make shots at the rim as opposed to, you know, shooting